leero tubadde mu meeting ewa commissioner w'ebyettaka nga tuzze okulaba nga tusolovinga ensonga y'ettaka ly'e Bujuuko. Abantu bano eno abamu batuuze ku ttaka eryogerwako ery'e Bujuuko. Ettaka lino lya General Tumukunde. Naye ettaka lino Jomayi yaligula mu lukujjukujju mu kifo ky'okusasula ssente azimaleyo ewa General nannyini ttaka. Jomayi ssente yazisasula zimalayo. So Jomayi kye yakola yagenda maaso n'aguza abantu ki ettaka. Bwe twogerera kati kooti yalaga nti Jomayi mwavu tasobola kusasula kintu kyonna. Bati General olw'okubanga omutima alumirirwa abantu bano abaagula ettaka ku Jomayi yakkaanya nabo nti abakkiriza ne bamuwa buli omu miliyoni emu mu emitwalo 7 agenda bawaki ebaapa baabwe era sofa abantu 100 ku ttaka eryo basasudde ki basasudde General Tumukunde. Era General Tumukunde olwamala omusasula ekyapa yakiteeka mu landiza empigi abantu abo 100 abasasudde basobole okwesala ku kyapa ekinene ekya eka ebimeka ebibiri. Naye problemu nti mulimu obwannakigwanyizi nga abamu ku batuuze balina looya waabwe ayagala ku ssente zino zisasulwa abantu instead of osasulwa directly nannyini ttaka abantu bafuna ebyabo ye ayagala zikwata nti alina association basasule yajjeko ki commission enjawulo. So kati enjawulo yereese eki obuzibu nti mulimu bammemba abeekolamu ka commission baagala okulya ku baki ku batuuze bannaabwe ssente. So baddidde ne bateeka caveat ku ttaka lyonna kati lands tesobola kusalako bantu 100 bawa byapa byabwe olw'okuba bannakigwanyizi baagala okubajjako ki commission.
At the meeting jembadde mwesazeewo.
So meeting tuleese side ya Tumukunde because lawyer yabadde atambuza propaganda nti General Tumukunde tasobola kulabika kyokka nga meeting zizze ku office ewa General Tumukunde Kololo ne ziresolvinga n'endagaano tuziina nga General Tumukunde aganze sirina interest mu ttaka lyammwe sirina kyenditwala wabula nze njagala kubawa byapa byammwe era ekyapa nkitaddewa mu lands mufune ebyapa byammwe. So meeting egee ku Lwokubiri egenda tuwa solution okulaba nga abantu bano abaasasula bafuna ki ebyapa byabwe n'okulaba nga ababatannasasula nabo bajja tubaweeki ebyapa.
Pasara Ruben Mumiza ndi mutuuze ow'e Bujuuko nagula ettaka ne Jomayi mu 2012 ina plots zange 5 naye ne tukwewunza mu kooti ne tuzunga mu kooti mpaka last court ruling justice mubiri wa Kamasho kooti n'atulagamba tugende togeze ne Tumukunde yayina ekyapa ne tubeera nga tutandise okunga abantu baffe ne tutuukirira Tumukunde n'agamba nti nze singa mbankanyiza nammwe muleeta kakade kumule emitwalo 5 n'emitwalo 28 ey'ogenda kukola ebyapa. Naye tubadde tukyatambula Tumukunde ng'ali willing naye ne tufuna propaganda ku mafa abamu Council Stella n'abalala nga baagala enjawulo ye buzibu bwaddemu. Tumukunde ayagala kutuwa ebyapa ng'abatuuze ne bano aba Stella ne Busiri ne baddamu ne beekobanya ne Jomayi ate kubakwata ssente basete ku association ate nga tuba tunasasula Tumukunde watwasaseza association tetugimanyi eruko association eriko abantu abamu chairman LC1 ne mukyalo bali ku county ne Stella atwa bonna katufe twagala byapa tetwagala ndolito zonna twetude kusasula Tumukunde
waliwo obutakkaanya obuliwo bantu ba Jomayi Bujuuko City State. Obuzibu obwo buva ku kusasula twagala okusasula twakkaanya abantu ffenna aba clients abagula ku ttaka eryo tusasule ebbanja lya Jomayi nga tusasula Tumukunde. Kakati obuzibu obuliwo yensasula abamu bagamba General agamba Tumukunde nti ayagala atwala obuvunaanyizibwa nga yatusalira ebyapa abalala bagamba basinga obungi nedda si abatusalira ki ebyapa kubanga kooti ruling yasalawo nti ttaka lya clients abagulako so si ye kutwala buvunaanyizibwa bwa kutusalira ttaka awo wali obuzibu bwokka ne otherwise
lero mbadde muzze ku ki
twateewo caveat nga mukulu Tumukunde ng'asaba caveat eveeko asobole okukola ebyapa by'abantu ffe kituwakanya tuga nti ebyapa bityakukolebwa muntu ali ku nyoto ground so si Tumukunde wabula Tumukunde yetukkirizika nti simasese tukuŋŋanye ssente ze tuzimusasule zonna zabadde abanja bwe wali obuzibwa
naye otherwise twagala kusasula naye ensasula nga si Tumukunde yasala ebyapa kubanga kiba kimenya kooti ruling yagamba nti ettaka ly'abantu naye tukizina okumusasula teryakiwaka
amanya
Musooka Yusuf Kyemaani w'ekyalo ky'Empanga.
Nze Busingi Adolf Martins nga ndi mutuuze mu Bujuuko Estate. Kakati ensonga esinga okutabula abantu enjuyi ebbiri ziganye okukkaanya. Enjuyi saidi ya Stella erabikanga eyagala commission of which lawyer yenna yandikoledde akaseera. Naye ate bano abaddukidde straight ewa General Tumukunde balina omuliro nabwo gwe bataddewo obutabaddeewo babuzaabuzizza nnyo abantu. Ekyendabye abatuuze b'e Bujuuko twalyekuŋŋaanyiza ne tusasula ssente. Sifaayo oba osasudde ku association oba Tumukunde ebyapa ne bivaayo kubanga golo yaffe ffenna eryemu kyapa. Kati abantu balekerawo okubuzaabuzibwa nti ate mulindeko okusasula ssente Tumukunde agenda kubba ettaka lyammwe. Ne kadi zonna ze bataddeko zigenda kuvaako komishona tusuubiza olwokubiri olujja bagenda kubanga bamajja okufuna solution tugenda kudda kufuna ekiddako abantu basasule ssente bagenda kufuna ebyapa byabwe.
Amanya nze Ivan Byaruhanga nze chairman wa estate satellite city estate ekituleese wano twaze wano owa commissioner Minister of Lands naye ng'ekigendererwa okulaba nti ebigendererwa bya General Tumukunde ekyokugamba nti agyeko caveat asala ebyapa ffe tukiwakanya kubanga tumaze ebiseera ng'ayagala kweddiza ettaka naye ng'ettaka eryo okusinziira ku court ruling ly'abantu abaaligula tetugamba bw'aba abanja tumusasula ebbanja lye naye nga talina kubeera ng'atuggyako bwannannyini n'abeera controller of the land kubanga bw'anaafuna control of the land kiba kitegeeza abataliiwo ettaka lyabwe asobola okulitunda so tugamba abanja ssente naye tabanja ttaka so talina bwayeddiza ettaka tumusasule ssente z'abanja naye nga twesalira ebyapa kubanga ettaka lyaffe siriri ettaka yalitunda tetusobola kumuddira
mugenda musasula ssente mmeka
kusinziira ku ssente ze yali yaweebwa mu court ruling bayagala okwataginga ettaka baali bamuwa about 1.4 biliyoni emu ne miliyoni 14 naye bwe twagenda kubalamu n'obusente bweyagamba nti yateekamu tugamba tujja kumuwa 1.3 biliyoni akawundu kamu ne miliyoni 3 naye ate ye agamba ayagala nyingi agamba ayagala 1.5 billion ayagala buli muntu amuggyeko akakadde kamu n'ekitundu naye ezo ssente ziba nyingi tayagala kwogera ssente z'abanja naye ayagala ettaka alyeddize asabe ssente kusinziira nga bw'aba ayagadde ekyo kijja kukosa abantu bangi kubanga abantu baavu bonna tebafuna ssente zezimu walina kubaawo uniform figure nga ssente tuzikkaanyizaako nga buli omu asasula ssente zezimu ate mu nkola nga si yakutiisatiisa naye nga ya mirembe kubanga naffe tusasula ebbanja si lyaffe abanja Jomayi naffe twayewaddeyo okumusasula kubanga Jomayi takyalina busobozi obumusasula naye si kututeeka ku kisenge n'atusqueezinga ate n'atujja mu ssente nyingi essuuka ku ezo z'abanja.
Council Stella Businje, I represent the tenants of Bujuuko Estate who have now come under an association and their aim is to pay off General Tumukunde's debt. General Tumukunde's debt is ascertained from a court judgment under accrued interest. So we know the total that is supposed to be paid to him. But we've run the process of having a mediation and he has continuously evaded a correct process, let me say a legal process or a known process. He prefers to deal with brokers, to deal with any other person who can brokerage a deal that will give him much more than he's entitled to get. So we are here at Lands. We've been meeting with Commissioner Lands and our issue is we have to maintain our caveat. We placed a caveat of the Commissioner to protect this land from the purported subdivision. General Tumukunde claims he has deposited a title at Lands Ministry. We do not have an office at Lands Ministry where people's titles are going to be handled, personal people's titles. Ministry of Lands is known to do public work.
So you want the caveat on?
The caveat must stay until we have a proper ascertained process of paying him off. There are court orders several that have ordered him to deposit a title with court, but he has continuously, adamantly refused to deposit a title where he has received more than the contract fee. Okay. So we are here to make sure justice is served, and we believe the Commissioner Lands will hear our cry and they will maintain that caveat and protect interests of the landowners. The land is for the tenants, it's not to Tumukunde's land. He wrote in a letter claiming to be a lawful owner. He's not. He's only holding a paper to be transferred to these people after he receives his money. And his money is ascertained. So we need that clarified that if he is demanding 1.3 billion, it is 1.3 billion. It is paid off, but not at any time and at his will, claiming whatever he wants to be paid is paid to him. And we also want to stop him, want this office to stop him from further threatening people. He's threatened me as a lawyer. He's a lawyer, he's a fellow lawyer, and I think I will take the matter to the relevant authorities. He's threatening me, he's threatening my job. I'm doing my job as a lawyer. And he has no right to demand which lawyer people deal with. Yeah, so thank you. We hope you continue to cover us so that you help people, the public, then wananchi get justice. Thank you.
Ekyapa kyaffe Tumukunde akyesibyemu bw'ayagala atusalira ebyapa ffe gye tutakkiriziganya nakyo kooti yasalawo n'egamba ettaka lyaffe ba third party abaagula ettaka kati ffe twekolamu omulimu twekolere ku kyapa ate avaayo ajje eno asaba ekyapa bwe yaba atusalira ekyapa kye tutakkiriziganya nakyo. Tusaba gavumenti etuyambe tutambudde mu bintu bino emyaka 10 kati kumpi nga tuli tutambula twagala kyapa kyaffe tubeere seto ku ttaka lyaffe tubeere nga tufunye ekyapa kyaffe kubanga abaana n'abazzukulu keeko ke tulina nze ngondaba nina akapoloti aka keeko ke nnina kenjagala okulekala omwana wange n'omuzzukulu wange akabeereko ate Tumukunde agaanidde ekyapa. Gavumenti taata Yoweri Museveni vaayo tuyambe oyingire mu nsonga zino kubanga tutubadde wa Commissioner of Lands naye tuyambe atuwadde kudda wiiki ejja tusobole okutuuka ku kituufu naye taata Yoweri Museveni tuyambe ffe tuli balonzi bo twagala kyapa kyaffe setolinge oba mwami Museveni ajja ku ttaka gyeko ewaffe tusaba jje ayingire naye mu nsonga zino atutaase ne minisita n'abakooba batutaase kuba bino ebintu tubitambuddemu emyaka 10 kati tutuuse wano Tumukunde ayagala kutubba.
Yeah, on behalf of General Tumukunde that is willing to give any one of you his certificate of title. The land title is deposited with land. Upon seeing when my sister still asks me with which authority she would have quoted and which section of the law refuses him to deposit the title of the land.
Contract act. He has a contract between him and Jomayi.
So are you telling Jomayi? You represent Jomayi.
We find a solution. How Tumukunde can get the money he wants, and you get the title we want. Yes. Yagala tubage mone ekubo ebyangu because abamu besobola
and this is the problem. When she was speaking our silence, she said they have a contract with Jomayi. It's not Jomayi. So if you have a contract with Jomayi, enforce it against Jomayi. Yes. I think we are here because the contract you have with Jomayi is not enforceable against Jomayi. So the person with the title is saying, come and enforce something with me. Let me give you what you want from Jomayi. Tumukunde and some of you, because not all of you have been in court.
Now, wait. Yes. Let me ask you. You say there was a third decision because you kept saying twice.
To be straight and emphatic, not all these people on that land have been in court with General Tumukunde. It's a few members who went to court. Council even knows she filed and she didn't file that representative.
Yes.
And the application was dismissed. So, if my client is forcing people to agree with me, my client is saying those who agree with me, come and we resolve and I give you the title. There are those, and I know my able sister has capacity to file a suit for those who won't agree with my clients and get the solution they want. But let him not stage those who want to agree and get titles, because it would be unfair because all of you need to buy this land at once.
Yes.
These people bought land who have numerous things. I don't want to go technical, but if you're saying General Tumukunde is saying there are 20 acres, I don't know where those 20 acres are, but land can be measured. These people are saying everyone knows where their land is. So if they go on ground and there is not 20 acres, you think my client is a fool to say your portion falls within my 20 acres. Let's not argue semantics. Those, it can be discussed. So, those who agree, and I think that's why we are here. General Tumukunde is saying, me, I put the land title with land because all of you will get titles, or even if it takes whichever year, still you'll go to lands and get titles, even if it takes
But you have to keep quiet because he listened to you.
That those who have paid can subdivide off their portion. A group of some of you who I don't know put caveats. So if those caveats can be removed, people who have paid General Tumukunde will get their title. So if people who put caveats that are frustrating the entire negotiations and mediations.
The reason I am here, or some of us are here, is because I bought land last year and I paid for transaction fees. I was promised by Jomayi that he would give me the title in my name. I have the receipts to prove. Yes, last year. I have the receipts to prove.
This very same land?
Yes, this same land. I have receipts to prove that they say the title would come in my name. So when we were contributing for legal fees, I attended court and everything. And so when the general meeting came and said, now we are going to pay again, I said, what's the use of my receipt if Jomayi is back in business? Yes, the people who, when in the association, we are paying again to pay Tumukunde. We are paying again. Now, I went personally, nobody, I did not send anybody. I went to court because I don't have money for legal fees. So I was advised by another lawyer. I said you can bring for me the ruling and I will advise you accordingly. We went to court and I met the clerk to Judge Mobiru and I was asking for that ruling. That ruling was not there. I again went back on Friday.
The last one.
Yes, the last ruling. On Friday, I went back to meet the clerk to Judge Mobiru. I went with some other people, also confirmed. The clerk to Judge Mobiru said that the ruling was given to you off record because your third parties, of course it was true that the land belongs to you, the third party. However, the judge said that dealing with Jomayi right now would be slippery ground, that you go and mediate with Tumukunde. I asked myself, I said, so what do you advise? Because there is a lawyer, and for me, or some of us cannot handle those legal costs. He said, you go and look for, they told me, they did not say the lawyer go and look for Tumukunde, because everybody, even in courts, if you're not able to represent yourself, you to afford a lawyer, you can represent yourself. So it is that's the reason some of us have chosen to pay directly. And when we asked, I said, what will safeguard me to show that I have paid? Yes, I am paying again.
Down here is Jolly, over there is Kawesa. In 2015, we met General Tumukunde. He had contestations over the land, and we did pay him 900,000 per plot. And our understanding,
900,000
per plot, additional fees that we have paid Jomayi in full. We've paid him for transfer in full, and Jomayi has not made his obligation to us. We start building, we meet difficulties, we go and pay General Tumukunde, and he tells us, I am in a difficult situation because I have an agreement with whom? With Jomayi. So I can't meet your obligation of title. And we say, fine. Recently, in this whole mix, when Jomayi is no longer available to be sued or can be held accountable, we go back and say, General, we gave you some money. He says, fine, I still recognize your money and we want to give you the chance to pay for titling. So we've paid him additional money for titling. And with others in this room, we've taken a path which is going to give us title without the bickering that we've seen in this room. Now, back in the day, a few members in this room say we were brokers, deal makers. And Stella has continued to project this in records in this office. And to just for avoidance of doubt, I have roofed my home. It has 337 iron sheets. And I give Stella permission to put a caveat over my property. I can take its course, and in taking its course, we demand free access and not being obstructed in letters written by our village chair to warn us for attending a meeting with the general. And I want to make this clear that we are very aware of our obligations with the general. We've gone ahead and met them. We have moved with teams and people, and we don't want their land. We want our land. And if Stella has a plot number, let her mention it here. Because I have 7 plots. I
through the commissioner to harmonize this situation. Because me, I don't see any big challenge. We are one, as Madam said. But the only position is that we only differ in some few positions. And the positions we all differ from is how we collect the money and where we put the money we have collected. But the reality is all this money in totality is going to one person.
Yes.
And no one refutes that. So in the position, there Jomayi alina sente ziyasigaza nga bajeti. Zata banja ffe Jomayi zawa Tumukunde zabanja Jomayi. Naye ku lw'obulungi bw'ensonga okujjawo ensonga tutambule olw'omwoyo omulungi twakkiriziganya ffenna tusasule kuganira wali bakakanya bweri okukkaanya okwo ne tukkaanya tusasule akati oyo agamba katukwate ssente tukusasule naye si gwe otusalira ki kubanga emyaka ttaka lyaffe gwe toyinza kukuwa dictatinga ku ttaka awo we waliwo obuzibu naye nga tukkaanya tuzijja ateke watumuliire ateke kwasosiyete tugatte sente wali tufunye sente
We have been in this, we have worked with most of these people, we have mobilized all the resources from most of these individuals as you see them here. The reason why we have an issue with it, the reason why we have pushed for the caveat is the fears where General Tumukunde has been attempting to forcefully take control of this land. He started in 2015 when he locked up the entrances, the roads into that. The court ruled that there was a balance to be paid. Then they computed what should be paid to General Tumukunde. But on the condition that General Tumukunde deposed the title with court, which he did not do. Now, after failing to comply with the court, we kept waiting. We tried to pursue Jomayi. Jomayi did not yield much. We invited General Tumukunde as a person. we met at Ngambo Primary School to discuss and have a solution to this problem. When General Tumukunde came, he said he wants 15 million per plot. By then he was talking about 1,400 plots. That was translating to 21 billion shillings. That was what we heard from him physically in a meeting at Ngambo Primary School. Thereafter, we continued to pursue the mediation process. Like Council Stella has said, we requested the principal judge by then, Zaija Flavian, who accepted that he's willing to mediate. And then the lawyer of John Kunde is saying he's not willing to mediate. What does it mean? That for a long time, we have pursued a mediation to settle this matter, but John Kunde has always been dodging us. Now, of recent, in 2021, General Kunde goes to attach the land and have it attached and sold off. Now we go in using the objector proceedings. That's when the court rules the land is neither for Jomayi nor for Tumukunde, but it belongs to the third parties who are the plot owners. And that General Tumukunde is holding what they call the legal bare title. The actual owners of the land are the plot owners. Yes. So it is against that background that we are protecting our interest against any fraudulent action on it. Thank you. Yes.
20 semubuku wa Jomayi. Tulina kanje ya Tumukunde n'erimu. Twewayo kwetika mubuku ogwa Jomayi. Era kakati esawa zino twalibadde tusinga Jomayi.
Zetangulira wamu ne steady mabegeri until we reached a point yokola association njagala kuba buli lwaki nze mpaayo nzire kusaidia ebyo kusasula emitindo osanga n'abantu to point yokugamba nti kakati geno Tumukunde musajja mubinnyo tasobola mutuukirira ayagala kuteesa okukiwuliriza tusondanga ssente bweyazikola mukimusitera byabadde atukolera sejjangu lwansonga mbadde ensonga naakya sirondanga ku sitera mbaloya wange netutuuka okukola association obakola association ng'eno abantu abalina okuba nga komiti okugulawo akawunti alina okubakola sibu awo nze wentandikira